What's going on, everyone? Hope you're having a great day. So we did our last ride in the Platinum Pro. We did our first drive and our walk around of this TRD Pro. So I figured today we would take a little time and just have a little discussion over the reasons why the Platinum Pro ended up being traded in for this. I'll give you a couple reasons why, and I will also answer another question that's been asked of me, and that was what went with the TRD Pro, meaning parts. Did I take any off? And again, why with that as well. So I figured we will get started right away. I basically got it down to 3 reasons why the Platinum Pro ended up going away. And I want you all to know that the decision for the Platinum Pro to go away was a matter of, I would say, 24 to 36 hours. This was not something that was planned or thought about. In fact, you may not know this if you haven't been around the channel for a while. We got a lot of new subscribers, so welcome aboard. I actually didn't like Army Green when it came out. When I saw the pictures of it, I wasn't really a fan of it. Until December, I went up to a dealership here in New Jersey called Galaxy Toyota, and I knew they had a TRD Pro Army Green there, so I went to take some pictures of it. When I saw the color in person, kind of fell in love with the color. Did I ever think I would own one? No, but I really like the look of the Army Green. It's just a different kind of green. If you've ever seen one in person, when certain lights hit it and everything, it looks really good. It's not super shiny, and it's not flat. It kind of looks like Destroyer Gray. Think of Destroyer Gray from Dodge. How it has just this certain kind of look to it with the color. It's not just like a super shiny metallic color. It almost has like a flatness to it. I can't explain it, but I really fell in love with the color and everything. So, you know, like I said, I was happy with it. I didn't think I'd ever own one. Anyway, so 24 to 36 hours, this all kind of came together. Fred Beans, the dealership that I dealt with, had one coming into them. And I asked a few questions about it, and one thing led to another. So we got this thing, and I have zero regrets. I think it's great, but now I'm going to explain some of the reasons why. And the first one has nothing to do with the channel. It has nothing to do with anything but me. And this is the answer for number 1. I love the truck. I like the truck. I like the TRD Pro. I had a TRD Pro in 2016. The things that I didn't like about my 2016, they pretty much fixed in this truck. The TRD Pro trim level, to me, is something special. This is my 6th Tundra. I've always liked the Tundra. I had a Tacoma before the Tundra. So for me, I'm a fan of the truck, and the TRD Pro is something special, okay? You could definitely save thousands of dollars by doing your own build. I totally believe in that. But for someone like me, and I'm talking this not as a channel owner, just as a fan of the truck, for someone like me, the TRD Pro always meant something a little bit special, a special edition of my favorite truck. So really, reason number 1 was just because I was like, wow, yeah, that would be really cool to own another TRD Pro. Nothing to do with the channel on that one. Number 2 and number 3 are kind of together, and I'm going to explain through it because this may blow your mind a little bit. But the second reason I ended up getting out of the Platinum Pro was because of the Supercharger, okay? Now, a lot of you right now will be confused by that, so let me explain. First off, I will say the Supercharger is the best modification you could get for your Toyota Tundra. It's amazing. It changes the truck completely. I have zero regrets of buying it, and I hope one day to have one again. It is an amazing part. But it's great for someone who just owns a Tundra and wants to build up a Tundra. It's not so great for someone like me that wants to talk to you guys every day about parts, and, you know, reviews on parts and how the truck drives and MPG and all that. Because as much as everyone thought the Platinum Pro was an amazing truck, which I very much think it was, and as much as everyone was wowed by the Supercharger, I wasn't talking to the broader audience anymore because there are so few of us that have the Supercharger. A few of us do, but most people don't have $7,000 to spend on a Supercharger, and that's before installation. So I kind of narrowed myself. There was a big audience for the truck, and like I said, everyone liked it. But as far as talking to people that are actually in a supercharged Tundra, I narrowed my audience big time there. And the truck was around for 3 years, so I thought it was time to move forward and come back to stuff that you guys have on a regular basis. The bulk of you guys have, you know, a naturally aspirated 5.7 liter V8. So I felt it was time to do that. But fear not if you are a Supercharger fan and owner, because one of the things I wanted to do with the Supercharger was long-term test reliability. I wanted to see how the Supercharger was after a long time. you'll still get that on this channel, because I could pretty much guarantee you that one of my fans is going to buy that Platinum Pro from the dealership I traded it in at, because the guy that I bought it from, John, is getting hit up by a lot of people, basically waiting for the thing to be listed on the website. It's going to get bought by a fan. I'm still going to deal with whoever owns the truck to see A, how the truck does long term, and B, how that supercharger is going, any issues that the owner may have. So that will still be on the channel. But like I said, 2 and 3 kind of blended into each other. And the third one was I wanted something that was more modernized. And what I mean by that, in 2018, Toyota came out with Toyota Safety Sense in the Tundra, the new gauge cluster. In 2020, we came out with, the new 8-inch screen with Apple CarPlay and the new Entune in here. I wanted to be able to talk to people on a wider scale of, this is what you're about to buy. This is the stuff, what I think about Toyota Safety Sense. In my 2017, I never dealt with Toyota Safety Sense. I felt like it was just time to go in that direction and start working a little more with the stuff that's current on the Tundra. Do I dislike the Platinum Pro in any way? Absolutely not. Will it always be the greatest Tundra that I've ever owned? Absolutely. It was a great build, and one of you out there is going to be very happy when you get it. The truck was fairly problem-free. I mean, we had that stupid battery issue. We changed out the battery. But overall, it's going to be great. We'll still see that truck around on this channel for sure. Now, last question on the docket today, which has been asked quite a bit of me, was what parts did I take off the Platinum Pro? And the answer to that, my friends, is not one part. I didn't take one part off the Platinum Pro. And I'm to the point where I left the Tundra Dude 34 sticker on the back of the truck. I didn't take one thing off. And there is a reason for that. A lot of people were like, well, you should have parted it out. You should have parted it out and then you could have sold the parts. And a lot of people said different things like that. That truck build to me meant something. It was the Platinum Pro project. It was big when we started doing it in 2017 for the channel. That's like asking an artist to take stuff off a painting. I just couldn't do it. I could not do it. That truck was built specifically. We did all the reviews on it and everything like that. I needed that to remain the same. I wanted to see that truck exactly the way that I had it. And for you, the fans, whoever does end up buying that truck or goes to see that truck, I wanted you to see it how I drove it. I didn't want to take parts off. Listen, in my time of doing the channel, I've bought a lot of expensive parts. I got some great discounts on some parts, and I got some free parts, okay? I'm a big believer in paying it forward. I had a lot of fun with that truck. I did a lot of things. Like I said, I bought a lot of parts and all that, but I do this channel for you guys. I do this channel because I love talking about trucks and I love talking to you guys about the Tundra. So I don't have a problem with not making money off of those parts. I don't have a problem with that at all. Pay it forward to the next guy who owns the truck. They'll have a truck that's fully loaded with everything I used, everything I tested, some things I installed, and that's just the way I am. Monetarily, it's probably not a smart thing to do, but I don't care if I make money off it or not. It's just something that the way I wanted to do it was I wanted that truck to go completely one way. If it costs me some money, it is what it is. I mean, every one of these videos does make revenue. So you guys are nice enough to watch my videos, which makes me revenue, and I'm nice enough to give you guys back a truck that is full and complete. So much so that before I gave the truck in, I went into my shed and I got all of the extra parts that I had for the truck and put it in the bed for the owner. So the manifold is in there, all the stuff that came off for the Supercharger's in there. I forget what else I gave. The stock front sway bar, the TRD rear sway bar, the stock skid plate, the bed extender, and the bed divider is in there. I just put them in the bed. Whoever gets this truck is going to be really happy because it's fully loaded. Not one thing came up. Not one thing. So overall, I'm really happy with the purchase. I absolutely love the Platinum Pro. Absolutely love it. And I will miss it dearly, but I don't feel like I'm really going to miss it that much because one of you is going to buy this truck. I know that. I know someone's going to buy this truck, and we're still going to talk about it. We're still going to talk about the Supercharger. But now that the Platinum Pro is going to go to a new home and be loved, which is cool, we now have this truck that is stock right now, and we're going to test things that we haven't been able to test in a long time. And like I said, I'm very excited to start playing around with Toyota Safety Sense and everything and just see what that's all about. People complain every once in a while. I think this is more the 2018s when it first came out, of issues of the truck will just try to brake itself if it sees like a reflection off a sign. stuff like that. So we're going to test all that stuff, and that's exciting to test some of the newer options in the Tundra that have been available now since 2018 with Toyota Safety Sense. So there are a lot of 2018 and up owners I'll be able to help out a little bit now. Fuel mileage on the 5.7, how we doing with that? There's a lot of things we can do. This kind of opens up some big doors for the broader audience, okay? I want to make everybody as happy as I possibly can. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, don't be afraid to go below the video and let me know what you think. There will also be a live stream probably within the next 2 days. I figured I'd go on there and answer any questions you may have. So make sure if you're not subscribed, you subscribe. And if you are subscribed, hit the notification bell so you know every time I put up a video and that live stream, because I want you to be there for that as well. I'm sorry to be very long-winded on this one. I just wanted to get that all out of here. So number one, let me just go over this one more time. I like it. That's the number one reason I bought the truck. I personally like it as an owner. Number two, the Platinum Pro, it was time to switch it out because that Supercharger kind of narrowed my audience down a little bit. We had it for 3 years. We did a lot of things with it. It was a lot of fun. And number three, I wanted to have more stuff that you guys have nowadays. Toyota Safety Sense, test out the new N-Tune system, test out the new Apple CarPlay. And it just happened to be in the body of an Army Green TRD Pro. I really lucked out with that. I don't know if you could see this in here, if it's in the camera shop. It is getting awfully foggy in here. So I'm going to let you guys go. Have a great evening. Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook at TundraDude34, TundraDude34@gmail.com. I thank you very much for your 4 years now almost of watching this channel. And I look forward to the future. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great night.